Hey guys, Mazalima here, Certified Financial Planner, and today I'd like to talk about the Homebuyers Plan. Now, the Homebuyers Plan is essentially a program designed so that Canadians can take money out of their RRSP plans in order to absorb some of the costs of buying their first home or a new home, depending on the rules or the situation, without paying any taxes. So you get to take money out of your RRSPs for your down payment, lawyer costs, or other costs associated to buying a house, and you don't have to pay tax on the RRSP redemptions. By now you should know that taking money out of your RRSPs is considered taxable income because you've gotten a tax savings when you put the money in the RRSP. When you take it out, it's considered taxable income. So there's typically taxes owed. But with the Homebuyers Plan, you can take the money out of the RRSP for particular purposes and you won't have to be taxed. Now, there's a catch. The CRA expects you to repay that RRSP that you took out over the next 15 years. Matter of fact, for every year after you've made the withdrawal, you are expected to repay 1/15 of everything, of the total amount that you took out. So not only do you have a new mortgage, water and sewer, property taxes, and everything, these other bill payments to worry about, but you have to worry about repaying your Homebuyers Plan redemption. Now, it's not absolutely necessary to do that, but if you don't pay that 1/15 every year, you're going to be taxed on that 1/15 as income, like a regular redemption. So it kind of defeats the purpose of using the Homebuyers Plan. Furthermore, when you do reimburse your Homebuyers Plan and put money into your RRSP, you won't be getting the tax deduction that you were used to getting when you contributed in the first place. So when you're putting money in your RRSPs in subsequent years, your accountant has to decide how much of your RRSP contributions goes towards the repayment of the Homebuyers Plan and how much is a regular contribution. And if you don't put enough to at least pay back the 1/15, you're going to get taxed, right? So there's a few those are the major drawbacks of the Homebuyers Plan. Another thought that comes to mind for me is that you're borrowing against your retirement in order to buy your home. Now, for some people, this makes a whole lot of sense. But if you look at the real pictures and actual numbers, your retirement goals, the monetary value of your retirement goals or retirement funds required to reach goals, is much bigger than what the value of your house is most likely going to be. So you're borrowing from a goal that's going to be huge to assist with a purchase of a goal that is going to seem very small in comparison in later years. Not only that, the fact that you're borrowing from your RRSP in a sense means that you're using pre-tax money that when you take it out, it has to be taxed, in order to buy a tax-free asset. So your home is going to be a tax-free asset once it's purchased and it's in your name. So I don't really like that imbalance. I'd rather see somebody use a TFSA or a non-registered savings plan in order to save for their down payment on the home, so that they're using after-tax money to buy an after-tax asset and have everything on a level playing field, and also not have to repay and put money back into an RRSP and create a new payment for themselves. Now, there are a few situations where the Homebuyers Plan can make sense. Somebody that has retirement covered. They have a great pension, they're going to be able to retire, no problems, no extra savings on their part, and they have RRSPs already built up from an old employer or whatever. So if they don't need the RRSPs and they don't already own their homes, it can make sense. The second one is if somebody is in a higher tax bracket, so a high income earner is at a 40% tax bracket and wants to use that high tax bracket to inflate their savings efforts. What I mean by that is, if somebody in a 40% tax bracket puts $10,000 in an RRSP, they're going to save $4,000 in taxes. Therefore, the next year they can put back that $4,000 in the RRSP, and they got $14,000 worth of Homebuyers Plan they can use, and it only cost them $10,000. So it inflated their savings value, and you can compound that effect over a few years if you need a huge down payment and your resources are more or less limited, you can actually inflate your savings power. But you got to be careful that you're going to keep accumulating RRSP room so that you can actually catch up later on in order to actually save for retirement. So those are just my thoughts and opinions on the home buyer's plan. If you have any questions, please seek out advice. You can contact me directly if you have any questions. Visit my website, marcelleblanc.ca, and remember, great advice is just a click away. Cheers, guys.